all the social media platforms. This Ashtonjeanty, aka Kev here. We back again with another video. Today here, I got a guest speaker here. Want to introduce yourself?
That's how you doing. Kevin Hite Sr, Coach Kev. Happy to be aboard.
Okay. How you feeling today, Coach Kev?
Beautiful day out. Sunny here in Philly, but it's cold.
Oh yeah, I'm already knowing. Out here in Georgia, so I'm getting a little bit of that. As y'all can see today, we got a couple of topics to talk about today. As y'all can see from the title, today we're going to be talking about the Heisman candidates. As y'all know, today around 8 o'clock, that big announcement is going to be made to the last 4 candidates that we got today. Just to start off, I do got a couple of questions just for you, so everybody, all the viewers, can get to know who you are as a person. First and foremost, just give us a little background about your football history and where you came up at.
Well, I first started playing organized football at the age of 8. Yeah, 8 years old. Introduced to the game at a young age. It was a passion because I just love sports. I just love to be around sports. And, where I grew up at, sports was the outlet that kept us off the streets. Between me and my older brother, we poured the line to, sports. Without sports, it pretty much saved our lives. And from that point on, through youth football, high school level, play semi-pro football, to coaching the last 20 years. I just love the sport, football. I love sports, period, but football is my true passion. And that's pretty much a brief summary of, my upbringing.
Okay, if you had to choose one thing that motivated you to play the sport of football or even coach football, what would you say that is?
Well, some of the coaches I had as a youth, I always said to myself, these gentlemen gave up a lot of their time, sacrificed, to teach me the game. I always said to myself, one day I was going to pay it forward. And that was one of the things that influenced me to, want to get into coaching after my athletic career was over. So I always said they did it for me, I could do it for someone else. And through the years, I done coached kids, some at the highest level, and some are actually NFL players now. But just paying it forward, that's all.
Okay. I love that. I'm pretty sure whoever's going to view this, whether you're older or younger, anybody who has coaching aspirations, just aspirations of making it into the NFL or the college level, you never know where somebody's story is going to start and when it's going to stop as well. So never limit yourself. If you truly love the game of football, love sports, whether it's you playing it, you can always pass that knowledge on to somebody else in the near future. So glad to hear that. I'm sure many of your players probably going to watch this as well, but so they seen it at firsthand. So anyway, next question I got is, what do you feel like coaches look for in athletes today when it's time to make that big transition to college level?
Besides the intangibles of being such a great athlete, they're looking at characters. That's big. Nobody want to take it, bring them to their university with bad character flaws. Like is now is besides just being a sports, it's a major business. So you're looking at that. The characters go a long way, and also always say you got to be a student athlete. It's not athlete student, it's student athlete. So that's some of the big things that I'm sure college coaches looking for. But their character, that goes a long way. And actually, if you actually want this young man or young lady representing your university.
I like that answer. I like the answer a whole lot. Okay. Next question we got here is how much you think the impact of NIL has had on college football in this past couple of years?
Major.
And if any impact at all, do you feel like it's a positive impact or a negative impact?
To be honest with you, I think both ways. A lot of these young men, women, should have been receiving something other than just, like scholarship. People always say the scholarship, that should be enough. But you got these universities making a lot of money off of these athletes. They wearing the university names across the front, but the student athletes' names on the back, and they benefiting a lot from their name and likeness. So it's well overdue, but it's just a different time. I mean, to be honest with you, if you can get it, get it. That's just my honest opinion. If you can get it, get it.
No, yeah, I totally agree with that. Like, even when I played, I wish I had that opportunity to have that NIL or even be considered to have the NIL. I feel like that would have motivated a lot of young men and women nowadays to kind of even go harder. But you never know how football is even going to expand from even now. Like, we're talking about NIL now. We never know what they're going to have later on in years to come. Like, it's only the beginning.
Yeah, it's just so many ways. I'm sure it only gets bigger and continue to grow. It's going to always have some flaws here and there, whatever. But at the end of the day, if, like I said, if you can get the money, get the money. How they say, get to the bag, get to the bag.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Next question I got. I only got two more, including this one. Who would your top picks be for Heisman if you were a college coach or you was making that big decision? Or who would your four finalists be?
Well, it's not a hard decision. We got the unicorn out there in Boulder, Colorado, Travis Hunter. That's just that's a generational talent right there. I mean, he's something nobody ever seen before. I mean, I'm 50 years old, and trust me, Coachprime, he was our guy growing up as Bo Jackson. Those guys is like, wow. But what Travis Hunter's doing and at the level he's doing it at, never see anything like it. So to me, he's just on another level. No knock to what Ashtonjeanty did this year. I mean, they always say the running backs are like dying off. Like it's not. They don't even look at it the same way. The position between him and Cam Scatterbush, those two guys, they made it. What they say, they made it sexy to be a running back again. Camward had a great year too. Really upset that Shedeur Sanders isn't part of this. He should be in New York, sitting at the table. And if he never won, just for the invitation, year that he had, whatever. And like I said, Dylan had a great year as well. But when the numbers are numbers, men and women lie, numbers don't. His numbers stack up against anybody, in the country and better. So, but at the end of the day, it's Travis Hunter's trophy to win.
I would definitely agree with you in that statement. Especially with Cam Scatterbush, you mentioned a good name as well. Somebody I feel like could also be there. It's crazy. Yeah. We're going to get to it in this video about Shedeur. It is crazy, but it is what it is. He's there supporting Travis no matter what. So, last question I do got for you is I know it's kind of early and it's still in the playoff bracket right now. All the games seem to be coming on like the 20th and the 21st. Who you see winning a national championship this year?
Wow, it's a tough one. That's a tough one because if it's a few teams, and of course, people say like they believe Oregon, but Oregon will have a tough game. For me, once after the first round of the playoffs over, whatever, I get a better clarity on who actually, believe truly can win it all. It's a few teams that can win it all. It's going to be some tough matchups. I mean, Texas, it all depends on how well Quinn Ewers is playing. Well, they're tough. Georgia a little banged up right now coming from the quarterback position.
Right.
Ohio State, I mean, they still got, I'm sure they're looking for another rematch against Oregon. I mean, some teams, James Franklin can finally get this big one, the monkey off his back. There could be some teams that can definitely win it. But like I said, the picture is cloudy right now. So it's hard for me to say an actual winner, whatever, but I like a few teams, whatever. But I wish them guys from Boulder was actually in the playoffs. I really was pulling for them to make it in the playoffs, whatever. But it's always a dark horse in Cinderella that can really shake up the picture. So you can't discredit what ASU doing, SMU. It's gonna be I think the Indiana Notre Dame game will be a great game. It's an in-state game. So it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, but at the end of the day, only gonna be one winner. So, hell to the victors.
Nah, I most definitely agree with that response. 100%. It's good to see a school like SMU in the mix this year as well that you mentioned. Usually it's only Bama and the Texas and Georgia's. Like, it's good to have a little bit of mix up. Back to the transfer
Yeah.
portal and the whole NIL. It's not just one, team that's just the powerhouse. With the NIL is causing players to go to different teams, which is kind of leveling out everything as well. So,
the transfer portal created a lot of parity. It's a lot of parity now. It's not so overwhelmingly like point to one university. It's a lot of teams that got a shot to bring home the national championship this year. So, like I said, it's new. The playoff system is new. So at the end of the day, it's gonna be one team that's gonna be happy and one team gonna be upset, sad. Like, I'm just upset. It's gonna be sad.
Nah, I definitely agree with that. You took that words right out of my mouth. So, we're gonna go ahead and get into the main part of the video, though. So I did want to pull up some of the stats from different players. First and foremost, we got Camward. I don't even really need to say much about him. He's a great quarterback. I would definitely say.
Great quarterback. No, I would say he's a great quarterback. He'll be a top 5 pick. Be playing on Sunday, so his talent is through the roof.
Very, very patient and smart, and he's calm. Like, he's a little bit nonchalant with how he play, but I love the way he play though. But
totally agree.
As y'all can see, he's won the David O'Brien Award, National Quarterback Award. Definitely not surprised about that at all whatsoever. Out of him and Shador, it's kind of a hard decision. I know they train with the select QB, him, Shador, and as well as his name is slipping my mind, the Virginia Tech quarterback, Kyron Jones. Anyway, just checking out his stats. He threw for 4,123 yards. That's insane. With 36 TDs, 7 interceptions, not too bad on the season. Well, yeah, what you think about his stats? Do you agree with him being inside that candidate?
For sure. Like I said, there's some great arms this year that's going to be drafted. So he deserves everything he gets. I mean, he's a proven winner. What's his third university, I believe? That is his third stop.
Yeah,
before he took the hard
State, I believe.
Yeah, he took the hard road. I mean, none was given easy. So, like I said, he will be a high draft pick come April. So, Cam Ward, yeah, he's special talent. Special talent.
Most definitely. All right. Next up, we have Dilliongabriel. Dilliongabriel. My bad. I said Daniel. Dilliongabriel out of Oregon. Let's pull up his stats as well. So some awards that he won this year. He's won the Big Ten Offensive Player of the Year award and Big Ten Quarterback of the Year honors. First team All 10 Big Ten honors in his first season with the Ducks. So he originally came from he was at Oklahoma last year, wasn't he?
Yeah, he originally started at UCF.
Yeah, that's correct. Just to see him grow and progress to where he is right now and even be a candidate is a huge shouts out to him. Definitely can take nothing away from this young man at all whatsoever. But just look at his stats. He threw for 3,558 yards with 28 TDs, 6 interceptions on the season, so not bad at all. Definitely not surprised that he was a candidate at all whatsoever. I don't want people to think that I'm knocking him off in any way, shape, or form for getting that position. Oregon is overall a good program. You can't never really take nothing away from Oregon. They're just overall a good program, have been for plenty of years. And for the past couple of years, they had some pretty solid quarterbacks. Even before this year, they had Bo Nix, who's now not doing so bad in the NFL with the Denver Broncos. So what is your opinions on him?
Another great talent, strong arm. That lefty, something about that left-handed release is a little smoother,
Right.
quick release. and just tough. He's tough. He overcame a knee injury years back. Just a tough competitor, and he's very deserving of a trip to New York. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Dilliongabriel, like I said, he'll be playing on Sundays as well.
Yeah.
Great athlete, great competitor.
All right, next up we got Shedeur. I just want to put his stats up there as well because we did mention him. Let's take a look at his stuff. So he threw for 3,926 yards, 35 TDs. He had 8 interceptions. I'm noticing like a trend with how many interceptions all these quarterbacks are throwing. They're all within the 5 to 10 range. Anyway, some awards that he won. He won the 2024 Johnny Unitas Golden Army Award. He definitely deserves that. I'm glad to see that he did win an award, but as we mentioned in the beginning of the video, I just wish that he was up on that stage with Shedeur and them. I mean, with Travis and them. But it is what it is. Great quarterback. He wasn't dealt the best cards as far as the offensive lineman. We already know that situation. But I know Deion is working to kind of build that stronghold for him. Well, for the program for years to come, who would be Juju Lewis next year. But as you can see, he's a smart quarterback. He's also patient. He never panicked. He never broke. This is kind of something that was instilled in him at a young age from his dad. So, I'm not even surprised in that end. What is your ideas and your opinions on Shedeur, just overall as a player?
To be honest with you, he's just a winner. He's just a winner. And like I stated earlier, he should have a seat at that table tonight in New York. I mean, his stats is phenomenal. I mean, it's really, to me, I'm kind of a little discouraged about, him not being able to actually be a finalist for the Heisman, but I'm sure Travis Hunter gonna bring it home for the University of Colorado. So I know he'll be happy for his teammate. And no doubt he will be quarterback taken off the board this year. I truly believe.
Nah, yeah, he's definitely trending in that number 1 spot for the NFL draft. That's all I keep hearing everybody talk about. Like, you can never take anything away from him at all. Like, the stats is there. If you watch the games and you know the game of football, you know what he do and he can bring to the table. And just to have that quarterback at that level with those smarts to kind of bring to the next level is rare. But, he's been put in a lot of predicaments to the point where he had to make tough decisions on and off the field to kind of prepare him for the next level.
I really believe this won't be his last stop in New York. The Giants hold the number 1 pick so far. Might be his last visit to New York, so stay tuned.
I know y'all seen him throwing the ball back and forth with
Malik
Neighbors.
Neighbors.
Yeah, they trying to tell us something. That's all. Okay. Next up, we got the last two, the main two, the one that everybody been talking about. One of the ones everybody been talking about. We have Ashtonjeanty, wonderful running back. You can never take anything away from him as well. My pick, of course, is going to be Travis, but I definitely think he should be right there, neck to neck with Travis as well when it comes to the offensive side of the ball. Just look at his stats: 344 carries for 2,497 yards with 29 TDs, and he averages 7.3 yards per carry. And some awards that he's won this year is the Doak Walker Award winner as the nation's best running back and the Maxwell Winner Award. So definitely have those awards coming through. I don't really need to say much about him. Like, if y'all know football, y'all know who Ashtonjeanty is. How much he's going to contribute and what team I see him going to next season, I don't know yet. It all depends on who needs a running back. And it's very, very rare to get a running back of his caliber nowadays. And when they do get those running backs, they only last but so many years in the NFL. Running back is not an easy position to play at all. I played running back myself when I did play football. Taking a lot of hits, it's a lot of toll. It takes a lot of toll in your mind and your brain in the long run. So they don't last that long in the NFL. But, Yeah, what's your thoughts on Ashtonjeanty as a whole, as a player?
Another great running back, young running back. Something about him on that blue turf in Boise. It just looks a little special. Looks different.
Yeah.
But I honestly believe I could see him one day with the star on the side of his helmet. I know some Cowboy fans on this chat.
Yeah, I could.
Dallas need a running back. I can see him, looking great. So Jerry, I know you got your eye on him. But Jeanty, like I said, if it wasn't Travis Hunter, I really believe it would be Jeanty today. I really would believe it. For the year
for sure.
Stats are phenomenal. Like I said, between him and Scatterboo, they made the running back position sexy again. They made it sexy again. So don't knock Cam Scatterboo. He played well also. But Jeanty, if it was the first back coming off the board, it'd be Ashtonjeanty for me.
No, I definitely agree. He's definitely a smart and patient running back. Something about his game remind me of Le'Veon Bell a little bit with how patient he is, just finding those holes, breaking it. So I see him being very successful into the next level of the NFL. Last and not least, we got Travis Hunter, the unicorn. Definitely a top pick for a lot of people. He's dominant on both sides of the ball. I don't think we really need to go too much into that. 92 receptions for 1,152 yards, 14 TDs. Let's take a look at his stats for the defensive side of the ball. I'm not sure if I put those up. Can't tell. Give me 1 second. I'm not sure if I added those in. I can't really tell off of my screen. But without further ado, let's talk about the awards that he's won. He's won and if I pronounce these names wrong, I apologize. It's the Bagnark Award.
The Chuck Bednarik Award.
Yeah. You want to pronounce that next one? I don't know about that.
I can hardly see a screen.
The Billick.
Oh, I'm sorry, the Fred Blitnikoff Award winner.
Yeah.
Nation's top receiver.
He's won that. The Walter Camp Player of the Year Award, the Lot Impact Trophy Award, the Paul Honoring Award, the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year Award, the AP Player of the Year Award. So, I mean, that's what you get when you play both sides of the ball. Like, he's dominant.
He's going to need a new trophy room.
Sure. You could tell that he's enjoying the game. Like, he's a good, genuine dude from what I see on and off of the field. Like, he has fun with the game. Like, my message to any athlete is, A, seize the moment, and then also just have fun with the game in any way that you possibly can. Like, he makes practice look fun. He makes the games look fun. He just has fun with a great personality. Like, I'm pretty sure it's an honor to have him as a teammate and just to be around him. Like, so
I agree.
And it's not easy to play as many snaps. He plays 100+ snaps every single game when he's healthy. Every single game. It's not easy to do at the college level.
And not only that, to play it in the thin altitude in Denver, Colorado, next level. That's something that people don't even realize. That's next level right there. You know, he has streets down the road, but
I'm about to say, you know a little bit about Colorado, about the high altitudes and how hard it is to play up there.
I was a youth last time I was in Colorado Springs, whatever. So he couldn't even tell me about the altitude. I just know I lived there for a couple of years, and it is what it is.
Nah, yeah, most definitely. But all the predictions are gonna be out the window at 8:00. It's gonna be the reality of what and who the Heisman is. Definitely shout out to every young man on this platform that I just mentioned, Shador included. College football in its future is just exciting as well. And I feel like with these players heading into the NFL, I feel like the NFL is going to be back popping again. So, yeah. You got anything else for me?
I agree with you. It's been an honor to be on your show. Give my take on some of the things you know, pertaining to college football, the landscape of college football these days. And like I said, I love being the coach. I love being a fan, and we'll see what happened tonight. We'll see what happened. But I believe this
Nah,
Travis Hunter Trophy.
oh yeah, for sure. Now I definitely appreciate you too for joining. Please look forward to many other guests joining, and even my dad joining as well, and again in the near future. But yeah, have a good rest of your day. Yeah, we'll be back soon with another video. We out.